Today we're building a $40 survival kit that doesn't suck from Walmart. Now I've reviewed survival kits from Walmart, Harbor Freight, Amazon, Temu. So now I thought, let's make one. Nice cart, first try. So I think I want to keep my budget just around 50 bucks. Here's my buddy Randy. Hold on, I'll be back. So I believe I need a few things. Shelter, water, fire, food. There's a nice tactical one. Now, I already have this backpack, and it's freaking awesome. For 20 bucks, you can't go wrong. Ooh, 10 bucks. 5 bucks? Bag, 5 bucks. For the shelter, we're definitely gonna need some cordage, but we can find this cheaper elsewhere. I mean, you can't go wrong with a $6 machete. Freeze-dried food keeps forever, but I think we'll find some cheaper options. All right, so we got a storage bag. Let's do shelter. Here's a 6x8 tarp for 6 bucks, or 10 bucks for an 8x10. Ooh, heavy duty for 15. $2 flashlight. That one's got batteries. You know what? Instead of the machete, I think we're gonna go with this fixed blade knife for 8 bucks. So it fits in the backpack. We do need a fire starter, but I don't know if I want to go with this because it's 6 bucks. And here's a clicky for $1. Holy crap, 4 bucks for an emergency blanket? Check this out, guys. 50 feet of 1100 paracord. This has got 14 strands. Plus the outside, so that's 15 by 50 feet. That's a lot. For the same price as 50 feet of 550 cord. All right, I'm gonna go get the rest of this stuff, and I'll see you guys back at the Spackman testing ground. We'll go over what I got. All right, I am back at the Spackman testing ground, and I got the $40 Walmart survival kit that I put together. Let's go through the contents of it, and you guys can let me know at the end what you guys would add to it and take out. Food, we'll go over food first. I went with these packages of noodles. They have some protein, 440 calories each, so it's not gonna sustain you all day, but it will definitely fill your belly at nighttime. These were $1.28 a piece. You can go much cheaper. I found ramen noodles for 30 cents a package. I do wanna say that this bag is not to survive long term. It's more of a get home bag, a survival get home bag. You leave this in your trunk, you leave this in the back of your car, and if something happens, a natural disaster, you're prepared to get home. So this is really for like 48 hours. You get 2 meals, and that's about it. I got a whole roll of duct tape, and this is for the shelter that I have in here. So duct tape. I went with this 40-pound little braided rope. This was cheap. It's only 40 feet, but that's about all you need to string up a shelter. It's 40-pound test. This was $2.84. So right on budget to give us just some cordage to put up a shelter. I did end up getting an emergency blanket at Walmart. These were much more expensive than I was anticipating. $4 for this emergency blanket. But every survival kit needs one of these. This is part of the shelter, and we'll go over that in a little bit. Fire. All right, so we went over food, some parts of the shelter, and now fire. I ended up getting a 99-cent. Was this 99 cents? This was cheap, 98 cents. Now what's nice about these, even in cold weather, all you gotta do is push a button. Oh, you release it, but it's got this safety on the back, and as soon as you release that safety, the flame goes out. So that's kind of cool. 97 cents, fire. You can also use some duct tape to help with the fire making. I'm gonna keep all the packaging, because packages are, you never know. If you're in a survival situation, everything can come in handy. This is some cardboard and some plastic. Start a fire. The knife, cutting tool. This is just a 8.66-inch fixed blade knife from Ozark Trail. I was gonna go with the machete, which was actually cheaper than this, but since I went with this day pack backpack, it wouldn't have fit into it, so I went with this smaller fixed blade. This is great for making your shelter, getting firewood, cutting fingers off, or killing zombies. I don't know why you're gonna want to cut fingers off, but you have that just in case. The $1 flashlight, and it came with batteries. I mean, for $1, there was no way I wasn't buying a flashlight. All right, let's go over the shelter, and then we'll go over how I have water. These 2 items, along with the duct tape, the string, and the emergency blanket, will be our shelter. I just got a 6x8 tarp, and then a 0.7 millimeter plastic drop cloth. This will be the front of our shelter with a lean-to going off of it, and then the emergency blanket on the back wall to create a super shelter. Fire in front of it creates a convection oven inside of that shelter, keeping us warm when it's cold out. If it's not cold, you can use the blanket to cover up with. You don't even need the plastic, and you just cover yourself with the tarp. Make a little lean-to with the tarp. But you have these 2 options. You could get a bigger tarp, a smaller tarp, a more heavy-duty tarp, or just go with the plastic. I mean, it's all up to how much you want to spend. The drop cloth plastic was wicked cheap. I think a couple bucks. Yeah, $1.86 for a 9x12 piece of plastic. I got a pair of pliers. The cheapest ones I could find, $2.50 for pliers. And this is to get our pot off of the fire. I looked at pots in the camping section. They were all small that would have fit into our budget. I think the smallest one was $7, and that was pretty high for a pot. So instead I went with a free option of a coffee can. This is made of steel, some kind of steel, not sure what kind of steel. But you want to make sure that it's steel on the inside too and not PBA lined. Oh, it smells like coffee. Now what's good about this, here is your pot. I say it's free because you get one of these and you have coffee. And then the can is free. And then you use your pliers to put it on and take it off of the fire. Always boil your water. That's the safest way to make sure your water's clean. And what's cool about the can is you can make it a small little survival kit. Fill this can up with stuff, and then you have no empty space inside of your backpack. You fill this with other stuff, maybe a first aid kit, something like that along those lines. Then you have a water container, a water boiler. So this is your water purification. You can carry water in this, and then you can also carry items until it's time to survive with it. And then of course the last item is the $5 backpack. It was really fun to go into Walmart and build a survival kit for 40 bucks. Let me know what you guys would add or take out of this. Maybe you'd do something different besides a super shelter out of a tarp and plastic and an emergency blanket. Let me know in the comments down below how you like this video. Maybe I'll do some more with a higher budget, maybe even a less budget. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining me on this Walmart survival kit challenge. This was 40 bucks. Not bad to throw in your car to get home. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. I'm putting this all right back in here, and it's going in the Jeep.